Good morning and welcome back to Sack to the Future. This is week number 8, and we have a good one as the Denver Broncos at 4-2 are going to host the current number 1 seed in the AFL, the Dallas Texans, at 6-1. This is my second chance at the Texans. The first game was in Dallas, and it was a close one. But unfortunately, the Broncos came up short as they lost by 1 point to these Texans. The Texans, in all, have beaten 3 human teams. Of course, the Broncos. Then they went on to take out the Colts and Oilers. So they are doing some damage against the humans today. But there you see, they have no room to falter, as the Chargers are also 6-1. And the Broncos, 4-2, is not a bad record, but right now in third place, if I were to lose this game, I basically have no chance at the division anymore. And it would be, it's going to be tough to make a wild card this year as well. So here we go. Mingo's getting set to return this one. Very important game. Possibly the biggest of the year for the Broncos, at least to date. And again, the way the standings are shaping up, a loss would put them a tiebreaker. So it'd be 2 games plus a tiebreaker behind Dallas, and they'd still be behind San Diego. So a win is definitely needed. Out comes Frank Tripucka, 69% on the year, 1,269 yards, 10 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. There's a completion to Dickinson for the first down. So the Broncos come right out and throw the ball for a first down. Dickinson again. So Tripucka comes out 2 for 2 on throws to Dickinson. And maybe that's some sort of game plan to get Dickinson involved out of the backfield and see if they can force the Chiefs to come up towards the line a little bit. Here's a completion to Scarpetto, close to a first down. In fact, he does get the first down. So Tripucka has come out, throwing on 3 straight passes and picked up 3 straight first downs. Perfect execution to start the game. Now, of course, we all know Tripucka needs to remain consistent for the whole game. If he does, the Broncos offense can score. That's for sure. There's a huge hole. A 23-yard run for big Johnny Olszewski. Johnny O. 0-0. All right, thanks, Vinny. I'm going to need it, I believe, against these Texans. And there, Dickinson was a star in his first 2 touches, but gets blown up on that one. And there's Tripucka. Told you he's got to stay consistent. Good start on his first couple passes, but then, of course, he tries to force something into the end zone and pays the price. There was no pressure. Yep. There was no pressure. First read was covered. Then for some reason, even without pressure, he tries to force it to the second guy instead of continuing to look. There, Len Dawson takes off running. Up, and there you see more good news. Abner Haynes is back. 15 yards right up the middle. Okay. McCullough will not be able to return. Len Dawson out there conducting interviews before the game with some of his fellow teammates. Although actually I don't think he did that until they moved to Kansas City. Big play here on third down. Got to get the ball back. Looks like they're spreading me out. Oh. Of course, I dive and hit nothing but air. As you just saw, this is the Sunday night primetime game, so games that have been played, you will see the scores underneath. The Browns and Bengals have not yet been played. Fortunately, technical difficulties a couple nights ago, but sometime soon on the Terrors 89 channel, that game will happen. And then there still has not been a agreed upon date or time for the big human versus human matchup of the Giants and Cowboys. So unfortunately, I cannot give you a time to check that out, but you want to make sure you're notified to both the Terrors 89 and the John M channels. Don't want to miss that one. And luckily, Zeman's able to get the ball out. That was Dawson's first pass attempt. Of course, he dropped back one other time, but then took off running. Why? You might notice that the Broncos reverted back to their old defensive playbook, so the 3-4 is not an option this game. And there they get pressure on anyways with the 4-3, so that's a good sign. The Broncos in 62. Are definitely better than they were in either 60 or 61. Again, Zeman has joined Goose Gonsolin in the safety backfield, which has given him a couple players on defense now. And Tripucka has one of his best years of his career. The offense in real life 62 scored more points than they had previous years. And this year they're off to a 4-2 start in Sack to the Future, so not bad. Why did the defense revert? I'm not entirely sure. That was a low throw by Tripucka, but Scarpetto made a nice adjustment and caught the ball. I think my last game with the Broncos, I actually remember seeing that before I started the game, that the defense is back to 4-3. And I like manually switched it right before the game, just for the game though, and then I never went back to set the coaches' playbooks to make sure it would default to the new playbook. But here's finally some starters. Sturm, Adamson, Barton, and Danehauser are on the line. Mingo is not a guard. He's actually a running back. Donnie Stone as well. Scarpetto and Taylor are the receivers, and Provola is the tight end. Oh, and Tripucka just lobs it up there at Scarpetto, who's been doing a fantastic job since coming over from the Chargers. Goes up and gets it. Nice catch. Scarpetto in motion. They'll pitch it out to the outside. Mingo trying to get away from one, but gets tripped up by the second guy. Take a look at the Dallas Texans defense. Jerry Mays in the middle, Mel Branch and Kurt Mertz on the outside. Branch gave me problems in the first matchup. Hedrick and Tyler, Corey, and E.G. Hullab are the linebackers. Johnny Robinson, Bobby Hunt, Dave Grayson, and Dwayne Wood are the secondaries. Of course, Robinson in real life, 2019 Hall of Fame inductee, or will be. Completion to Scarpetto, but not much after the catch there. There's a completion to Tar for another first down, and that'll take the first quarter to an end. So we're scoreless here in Denver. Remember, the first matchup was a 1-point game won by the Dallas Texans, so we did expect a hard-fought, close game. There's Mingo fighting his way for a 4-yard gain. And Mingo gets one more yard on that carry. Why? That was not supposed to be the pattern at all. You're supposed to break to the outside, and he took one step out that way. So I let it go thinking he was right about to break, and he would be nowhere near the defender, but instead, he just kept going straight. There's one step, and then, well, actually, he did start going there. Tripucka just threw it the wrong way. All right. Of course, that control passing is absolutely impossible. But would have been good on that play, so I could actually force him to throw the pattern. I think when you hit the button that he would throw the pattern, and the receiver actually broke to do the pattern correctly. So that's all on Tripucka there. Obviously, he's not the highest rated passer in the league or anything. So first one was on me making a dumb decision. Second one, clearly on the player's ratings, which is fine. One day I'll have Elway or at least Craig Morton or something. That's Lynn Dawson's first completion. Here's Clinton with his third carry. He's got 8 yards now after 3 rushes. My goal of getting a safety is going to be really tough at this point. So glad Abner Haynes is back, averaging a little over 8 yards a carry. Clinton's back there right now for this one, though. Clinton, a fine running back, but doesn't have the acceleration that Abner Haynes has. So at least when he hits the hole, I have a better chance of limiting it to less yardage. Of course, when I miss the tackle like that, luckily my friend is there to fill in the hole. McFadden with a nice play. A shoestring tackle made there. And that'll bring them 1 yard short. Looks like they will be going for it as they are across the 50. So now it gets tough. How am I going to... Okay, they are going to throw. Oh, no, it could be a lie. Could be a draw play. Nope, they are throwing. Not the right formation to defend against the pass, so nice call made there. Man, these Dallas Texans. Whew. It's a nice hit on Haynes. Turns him around, but he does the smart thing and holds on to the ball. So Haynes on the last 2 carries has been stopped pretty well by the defense. Well, since that first incompletion to start the game, Dawson's been perfect. Now on 4th and inches, that one was to Jackson. Punt. Wait a minute, what? So from the 44, they went for it and got it. But from the 29, needing only an inch, they're going to punt. That is a very strange call. Ends up being a very nice punt, but completely odd. I will take it, of course, because I'm not sure. If they would have just handed it to either running back, that would have been able to stop them. Oh, I'll be right back. All right, we're back here. 3 minutes to go in the first half, no score. Oh, stupid. Mingo gets his right foot caught on the defender's foot. There's a completion out to Scarpetto for a first down. So that'll get us out of the safety danger area. Oh, nice play made by the Dallas Texans defender there to come in front and swat the ball away. Okay, 2-minute warning. Still no score, Broncos. Doing a good job of keeping the Texans off the board, but Tripucka needs to stop throwing interceptions. Third and 3. And Stone will get the first down. And Mays comes in and blows that play up. Mingo tried to go up to grab that one, but he came up incomplete. There's a timeout from the Dallas Texans. And Frazier out to punt the ball. Too far. You're looking for? Is this it? No. There's the more upsetting interception, as that one was actually the correct read and just a poorly thrown ball. There you see Mays blowing up the play before the screen pass could happen. Let's look at that again because that was fun. Alright, Len Dawson 4 of 5, but luckily the Texans haven't tried to throw the ball more. Texans have decided to help run out the clock in the first half. So it's 0-0. Texans do get the ball to start the second half. We're going to see how the game ends up. Again, a pretty much must win for the Broncos. If the Broncos win, they go to 5-2. A season split with the Texans, and the Texans will find themselves at 6-2. So the Broncos will effectively be a half game behind them, and they'd be still a full game behind the 6-1 Chargers, but they still get to play them twice. So they have a great chance to still win this division, and the Dallas Texans would have just as good of a chance as the Broncos. Actually, one win less would be needed. But then I don't think the Chargers have played it. The Chargers have not played the Texans or the Broncos yet. So the Chargers will be playing a bunch of games against the division in the second half of the season. If the Broncos lose, however, then they're 4-3. Even if they win both games against the Chargers, that might allow them to catch the Chargers, but there'll be 2 full games with no games left against the Dallas Texans, and they'd be a tiebreaker behind the Texans. So it would be a miracle to end up winning the division if we lose this game. My God. Turned into the goose. Completely missed the tackle. Luckily, the corner was able to dive and get his foot. Now you're seeing the Dallas Texans just manhandle the defensive line of the Broncos. Dawson 6 of 7. This is the fear. Seemed like they were doing whatever they wanted, but just didn't want to run the passing plays in the first half. But now they are running them here in the second half and continuing to get whatever they want. Absolutely no pass rush. I had the 1 sack earlier, but and this was a known problem. The Broncos, were experimenting with some 3-4. Did not practice that at all this week, apparently, and there will be no 3-4 defenses called today. There's a well-timed flag on the offense. That turns it probably impossible to stop them 3rd and 1 into a 3rd and 6. Oh, and Len Dawson had a man and missed him. So not as bad as when Tripucka poorly threw his ball that was picked off, but still. Even Len Dawson can poorly throw a ball here and there. And now you're seeing why maybe they punted when they had it to 29, as they're from the 25. They'd elect to go ahead and kick the field goal, and he just gets enough. All right, so the scoreless tie is over. It is 3-0 Dallas Texans. Taylor smart enough to duck under the big hit. Gets 16 yards and gets down. Texans now lead in total yardage. Get out of my way. What are you doing? What is going on? All right, so that play was blocked beautifully. Good running back probably is in the end zone. The Broncos have other types of running backs, but at least he got a first down. Part of it's me. I'm not the greatest runner, but like with the Bears, Willie Gallimore, at least I don't run that pathetic. But for some reason, Stone just, first of all, he ran into his blockers. Then after that, when he started sprinting, he actually moved slower than the coach on the sidelines, who was standing still. 3rd and 11. Yep. There's a chance I could have hit Scarpetto early in that pattern, but once I didn't hit the button immediately, then it was just, he looked like he was still open, but I knew for sure when I let the ball go that it would have been picked off, because it's one of those plays where he's not really open. And then there, the receiver was coming open, but of course, the Dallas Texans pass rush was too good on that one. From the 50, unfortunately, it's 4th and 25, though. So a punt is going to have to occur here. And that's way too strong. My goodness, that was like 20 yards out of the back of the end zone. Well, this Dallas Texans team can play defense, that is for sure. Surprisingly, the Broncos are playing as well defensively as they are today. Oh, come on. Somehow that's an incomplete pass. So he throws it underhand to absolutely no one. But no grounding is called. A little Hall of Fame treatment, I guess. As the refs here in 62 just have a feeling that Len Dawson might be in the Hall of Fame one day. So Abner Haynes ripped off 50 yards quickly, but the Broncos have been able to slow him down, and he's down to 58 total. There's movement. Was he drawn off? He was. Perfect. Okay, so that'll make it a 3rd and 15. And the Chargers have beaten the Raiders to go to 7-1. So even more of a reason that the Broncos have to win this game, as it looks like the Chargers are going to be in the playoffs. So if I lose this game, the Dallas Texans are in the playoffs. That means I would have to battle the Colts and the Oilers for the last playoff spot. As well as the teams from the other division that don't win their division. Decent coverage, but Len Dawson just made a perfect throw. I don't know why he stayed in the dime defense. This could be bad. This could be a big gain on the ground here. Luckily, it was not. Hand off to Haynes. He gets a couple. Gets it to a 3rd and 1. Yep. Huge hole. McClinton. Touchdown. That's what good running backs do when they get great blocking. Okay. Late third quarter, so in theory the game's not over. But Broncos are going to need to first prevent the shutout. And then we'll see if the game's still in reach at that point. Defense has played well, but they're starting to get tired of an offense that continues to either do no drive at all or drive down the field and then throw an interception. We'll need some protection here, guys. And they get some protection, and Trapuka's able to complete a deep pass for once. Nice job, line. Made the offensive adjustment, or the line protection adjustment, and actually called the right adjustment this time. On the other hand, there's Mingo in this running game. Completion to Perbola. 5-yard gain. And Mingo just enough for the first down. Tar in motion. And Stone gains 0. Dickinson underneath, gets enough for the first. Completion to Perbola, not much there though, 1 yard. And that should take us to the end of the third quarter, with the Texans leading the Broncos 10-0. Mingo gets his best run of the day there. Completion to Tar inside the 5. Completion out to Mingo, but he's got one-on-one. Play was designed for that, make one man miss. Unfortunately, the Texans did a great job of making sure that one man was Robinson, and Mingo's likely not going to beat Robinson in a one-on-one situation. And there's Stone getting to the outside and getting into the end zone. Broncos are finally on the board. It is 10-6. Point after attempt. And Mingo's good there. So 11 play, 69-yard drive to answer the McClinton touchdown with a Stone touchdown. We have not seen any touchdowns through the air. And we do still have a decent game on our hands at 10-7. Hopefully 11-play drive was enough for the defense to get some rest, as they were definitely getting beat up throughout the course of the game. When Dawson comes out, yardage is close, score is close, but the Texans slightly lead in both. And the offensive line is just a monster today. But, I mean, again, this Denver defense, front seven, is the opposite of special. So, every team blocks these Broncos pretty well, and the Dallas Texans are a heck of a team. So, not surprised that I can't get through very often. But there, nobody blocks Frazier at all, so he gets a completely straight line path to the quarterback and buries him in the backfield. Completion to Jackson underneath. Dawson now 12 of 15. Of course, we'll let him have that play. Brings up 3rd and 13. Just need to get the ball back here. Don't need the style points. And there's a coverage sack by Joyce. So the Broncos, hearing me talk trash about them, pull up 2 sacks in the same drive. Very good. Broncos will get the ball back. 5 minutes to go. Down by 3. And into the end zone. What a bounce. That ball bounced about 20 yards and someone got injured on the play. Out comes Frank Tripucka, seeing if he can lead his team down the field. There's more time than Jack Kemp had, so this is not necessarily the drive that is needed or anything, but of course the real life drive was orchestrated by a Denver quarterback. But again, 5 minutes to go. And starting at the 20, not quite the same situation. All right, it was a Bronco that was hurt. Dislocated thumb. Pretty sure someone else on the team, or maybe it's on the Bears, has a broken thumb, and that kept him out for like 5 weeks. So, not sure what's going on with the thumbs here in 1962. And luckily that ball was thrown away, as the Dallas Texans had way too many people in coverage on that play. Most teams have a couple of good cover guys, and so even when they go to this ridiculous 7 defensive back set, somebody can take advantage of. But the Dallas Texans seem to have a boatload of guys that can cover, which makes these coverage plays that they call difficult to throw to the receiver you want. And as you've seen, when I either panic or don't go through all the reads, interceptions happen. Of course, if I take time and the offensive line gives me time to make the read, somebody usually gets open. But the whole team's got to work together, that's for sure. Line needs to give you the time, and then you have to be smart enough to go through the full progression and make the right throw. And hand the ball up every once in a while just for fun. It's never going to work against the Texans apparently, but make them realize that sometimes the ball will be handed off. Scarpetto does a good job of it, avoiding the shoestring tackle and able to get it out to a 3rd and 1. Ow! Mingo gets destroyed. Oh, Taylor gets set up and gets absolutely mauled, but holds on to the first down. Completion to Perbola. Gets inside the 40.
Let's go. Green 39. Green
39. And Mingo gets nothing again. 12 carries, 13 yards. Okay, 2 minutes left. What does the game have in store? All right, Tribuca takes the timeout. Fortunately, the Dallas Texans were in the right defense. It would be great. It would definitely be amazing. At this point, at this point in the game, I will settle for just picking up this first down. No, what? He caught it, right? Taylor had it. Did he hold on? I think they're going to say the ball came out at the end. it! Okay, apparently Taylor dropped the ball. Not sure if that was the proper call or not, but that's what was made. And the Broncos used the timeout, you'll remember. So this game is very close to over already. Broncos will take their second timeout here, a minute and a half to go. .90 seconds left. Texans have the ball. Taylor seemed to catch the ball, but I guess he was still struggling it on the way to the ground. And then injury timeout. Oh, well, that is some good news, as that'll give the Broncos a free timeout, basically forcing the Texans to take a timeout since their man. That was Abner Haynes, actually. He came back for this game, and near the end he gets hurt again. So wonder if that will be a big injury or not. Broncos are able to take their last timeout as they stop McClinton there, and they will get one more shot. So bad luck on Taylor not controlling the ball all the way through the ground, or to the ground and beyond. But the defense gets a break as Abner Haynes gets hurt and saves the Broncos their timeout, which allows them to call timeout and get the ball back with over a minute to go instead of just 12 seconds. Oh my God. What a great punt down to the 1 yard line. So the Broncos only need to go 99 yards if they want to win this thing in regulation. Look at that spin. Whatever. Okay, line. Gonna have to give me some protection here. Okay, a couple completions to get the first down, but we need much more yardage than that. Taylor hangs on to that one and gets out of bounds. 32 seconds left, no timeouts is the big issue. One of the big issues, I should say. Whoops, wrong play called. Dang it. Okay, what do we got going on here?
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney, Barney!
And that ball is dropped. Grayson on the coverage. Okay. Trapuka kills the clock with 9 seconds to go. See if they can pull off a Hail Mary here. Nah! He didn't have time to get the wind up. The line seemed to give him enough time, but then he had to go for the 12-second wind up because his arm is not Elway's arm. Well, another close but incomplete game from the Broncos. They lose to the Dallas Texans for the second time this year and basically have no chance at the division. Limited chance at the wild card. That might be the season. But we'll keep going. If they win out, they can probably still grab a wild card. All right, the interception early, which was my fault, was most of the difference, and then the computer made, or the rating made, not a glitch or anything, just Trapuka's not good enough, threw another interception, and then Taylor, who is a very good receiver, dropped a critical fourth down. Can't make 3 mistakes against the Dallas Texans. So that's what happened. 3 mistakes. That's a loss. Well, that's it for me here in Week 8. We still have 2 games on the John M channel and 2 more games on the Tears 89 channel. So those are the channels you want to pay attention to. Over the next few days, I will be back sometime either late this week or next week with some more Broncos and Bears action. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.